All right, so recently Ethan Klein has gotten himself into some big trouble once again. What a surprise. I mean, this guy just cannot help himself. I don't know if he's ever going to learn. I've been saying this for over a year now, and he still doesn't understand this, but you can't spend your time virtue signaling, trying to act like a social justice warrior, attracting this politically correct audience, but then at the same time try to make edgy jokes and act like you're a YouTuber back in 2016 again. It's not going to work out. As we see, like every other week, he gets canceled by his own fans. The guy needs to pick a lane already. You can't be an SJW grifter and an edgy YouTuber at the same time. It's not working out. Somebody needs to explain this to him. So the drama he got himself in today, I don't know if you've been following this. There's a Twitch streamer recently that accidentally opened up his tabs, like his browser tabs on the internet. And it turns out he's looking at this website that uses deepfakes and AI to make adult films out of Twitch streamers and I'm sure other celebrities. And some of the Twitch streamers deepfakes that they use on there are obviously people he knows. Like I think he's friends with Ludwig and his girlfriend is on there. They use her deepfake to make videos out of it. So this is not a good look for him. I think I read that he might have been paying for this website as well. I don't know if that's totally true. He obviously claims it's like a giant accident. Like, here, I'll play the video. This is hilarious. Also, his wife is right next to him, and they're both crying. It's so cringy.
I've been reading so much fucking AI stuff. I'm reading all this fucking stuff about AI and deepfake music, deepfake art, and everything. And I'm in these discords, and I just feel so embarrassing to me. But I was on fucking Hub, dude. I was on a fucking regular ass normal website, and there was an ad. There's an ad on every fucking video for this fucking. So I know other people must be clicking it because it's on every fucking video for fucking deepfake thing. And then I click it, and I'm fucking in this fucking rabbit hole. And at 2 a.m. I don't know. I got morbidly curious, and I click something, and I it's just fucking it's gross. It's gross, and I'm sorry. I really am. I really fucking am. It's not. I don't know. It's so embarrassing. I just really want to get across. It's not like a fucking pattern of behavior. And I don't know what I want to say or not, but I just hate doing this on stream, man. This is not what my stream's about at all.
Yeah, so obviously everybody has been talking about this because this is one of the funniest clips ever. This is awesome. But, some people were really affected by this. Some of the streamers, obviously, they weren't too happy about this website because they're using their faces. And one of those streamers, like I mentioned, was his friend, Ludwig's girlfriend. And she went live, I guess, like soon after this. And she started like crying and breaking down about how terrible this is. And for some reason, Ethan decided to react to that part as well. I don't know why, because it's not really necessary. It's just like some girl crying because of this website. There's really nothing to see there. But he decided to react to that. And in the middle of it, he just could not help himself. He started laughing. And then on his Discord, he told his sound guy to play this specific song and then started playing. And Ethan just lost it. He could not control himself. And eventually he just had to walk away because he was in tears laughing at it.
I want to go live because this is what pain looks like. This is what it looks like. Okay? This is what it looks like. Exploitation and objectification of women, it's exhausting. It's exhausting. Atrioc for showing it to thousands of people. The people DMing me pictures of myself from that website. This is what it looks like. This is what the pain looks like. Okay? Why?
What is going on with you?
I'm sorry, don't mind me.
If you are able to look at women who are not selling themselves or benefiting off of being seen sexually.
You're a monster, dude.
You guys are crazy.
Why did you do that?
Zach, what the fuck, bro?
You're evil. You're fucking evil.
Dude, what the bro?
What is going on here?
I'm just speechless, dude.
Get it out of your system, because I know it's just.
Yeah, so I got to give Ethan credit. He always somehow manages to make every situation about him, and he ends up embarrassing himself. But this is the perfect example of Ethan still thinking he can be this edgy YouTuber, but his fan base and his audience has changed, and they're not into this kind of thing. I mean, you can see it in real time. Just look at his employees. Like, this girl, she is pissed off. Look at that reaction. And this other guy, he doesn't look too happy. But Ethan and his sound guy, like, they're into more edgy humor, so they think this is hilarious. Even Hila, she was laughing at this. You know, they don't really seem to care too much, but some of the other employees and Dan, they're obviously really pissed at this because they probably also know his fans are going to be pissed, and this is going to cause a lot of controversy. But like I said in the beginning, Ethan cannot help himself. It's like he completely forgot what his audience was like. You know, if he made this joke back in 2016, 2017, people would have thought it was hilarious. Like, all his fans would be laughing at it. But his fan base now is like the complete opposite of what it used to be. And when it comes to serious topics like this, they don't want to see him joking around. And it's Ethan's fault because he attracted this fan base. He's always calling other people out for being too offensive and edgy. And Ethan always gets carried away trying to virtue signal. And whenever somebody else screws up, he goes really hard on them. And he acts like there's no excuses. So his fans expect him to act a certain way. So when he does something like this, they're obviously going to be upset with him. Like, I saw this comment on Livestream Fails. This person nailed it. They said Ethan still has the edginess from 2016, but he can't act on it because of his current fan base. And then another person said, at least he was honest back then, even if he was an asshole for mocking mentally ill people. Now he pretends to be a social justice warrior, and then he does shit like that. And then another person says, I don't think he pretends. I genuinely think he's an actual idiot. And I don't mean that as an insult, who believes he is a good warrior for his cause. Watching his fan base mauled over this is hilarious, though, considering the edgy stuff he's done in the past. They hand wave all of his mistakes in a matter of days like mindless drones and keep watching his garbage dumpster fire of a show. That is exactly right. These people nailed it. The guy, he still has his edginess. He still wants to make the same jokes. He still finds the same stuff funny, but now he's just a grifter. You know, at least back then, like they said, he was honest. You knew what the kind of person he was, but now he's just gotten carried away with the grift and going after people and weaponizing all these social issues to attack his enemies. And he's just completely lost touch with reality, and he doesn't know what the hell he's doing anymore. And like they said, his fans, Ethan will just apologize. He'll move on. The same thing will happen in a couple weeks. And then, you know, it just never end because he's stuck in this like perpetual state of his own fans holding him to the same standard he holds other people to. But then he somehow manages to weasel his way out of it because his fans always give him a pass. They're like, oh, he didn't mean anything bad by it. We know he's a good guy because he called out this person when they're being misogynist or when they said something offensive. So obviously he cares about this. But, I mean, it's pretty easy to call other people out. It's actually hard to hold yourself to the same standard you hold other people to. And that's what Ethan will never do because he doesn't need to. But I guess we'll see if this time is any different. I mean, a lot of his fans seem pretty upset by this. And I saw a lot of people tweeting about this. And I think other Twitch streamers are starting to react to it. So this isn't good for him. I think he might actually have to give a genuine apology and might have to change his behavior finally. And he did kind of apologize after this happened. But it's like how he usually does it. It's like a half-ass apology. And there's always a but. It's like, oh, it's not my fault, somebody else's. Like, he tried to blame his sound guy, even though Ethan admits he told him to do it. And a lot of people on H3's subreddit were more angry about the way they acted after this all happened because it seemed like they're just making a joke out of it. Like, they're all just laughing about it. Hila even brings up how it's Ethan's Tourette's. And then Ethan's like, yeah, if you're mad at me, you're just ableist. So a lot of his fans didn't like the way he's treating the situation. And even his employee right here is like, dude, you're just making the situation worse and worse. Like, just give it up.
I may have mentioned in Discord for Zach to play the Chestnut song.
There it is. Thank you.
And everybody saw it. But it's not funny. That was a huge, you know what? I deeply apologize. I think it's chat's fault, though. They were spamming chestnuts. They were spamming chestnuts, much like he saw the ad on Hub and he had to click it. I saw chestnuts in the chat and I had to say it. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, you guys?
Anybody?
Oh,
I will. Dude, I was going to support her legal fund from the beginning, even before the chestnut controversy.
well, I appreciate you speaking up about it.
I mean,
I was just doing my job.
but you're the Joker brain. You were supposed to
I
take the heat
know,
for it. Not because it's funny, because it's part of your lore, right?
well, Look, I don't want to speak. I don't want to go down this hole anymore. I appreciate you saying that. That's all I'm gonna say.
You've been through a
Now,
lot.
what is
I won't let you take the heat for that, even though, listen, I don't even know who actually did it.
what happens in your brain?
I mean, let me say this. Zach is the one that pushed the button. At the end of the day,
Doing
I don't
his
have,
job.
Okay, this is this is
but
like
hold on. At
Manson
the
murder
end of the
shit
day,
right here.
I don't actually have control of the soundboard. You know what? It wasn't right. I was morbidly curious. It was 2 a.m. And
Now that's funny.
Now you Joker brain.
no, but listen. I support her 100%. I feel her pain. This is horrible.
People have been wondering about that
It was my Tourette's.
because it's like you can't help it.
I couldn't help it. It was my Tourette's.
But do you really think?
So anybody
or
that
no?
criticizes
No,
me
like
is an ableist.
could it be
Yes, it could be. It is.
on a serious and not joking?
It was 100% my Tourette's. So
I would
everyone
argue.
everyone who's saying I f***ed up is ableist. Sorry.
I think every second we talk about this, it makes it worse.
Oh my god.
You think it's getting worse?
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens after this, because I feel like he'll probably have to give a more sincere apology. And I don't know if I've ever seen Ethan do that, because usually when he gets himself into some trouble with his audience, he just tells them they're being too sensitive and they need to get over it. And that usually works. But right now, I feel like a lot of people are upset about this and a lot of people are talking about it. This is like at the top of live stream fails. I saw some Twitch streamers tweeting about it and reacting to it. So he's probably going to have to address it a different way than he usually does. And that will be interesting to see. All right, so that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about all this. Then hit the like button, then hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you at the next video.